We welcome you into this broadcast of USL Women's Action here in Charlottesville between the Charlottesville Blues and the traveling Richmond Ivy in the Chesapeake division. Glad to bring you this broadcast here on NBC SportsEngine Play. I'm Kamil Gut, joined by Eli Bertoni for this USLW matchup. We'll get you your starting lineups here. For the visitors, in goal, number 1, Cameron Miller. At left back, number 5, Sophie Stroud. At left center back, number 21, Mason Nelson. And number 18, right center back, Rebecca Doolittle. And number 4, the right back, Gianna Schrappek. And number 35 in midfield, Sarah Rosenbaum. Number 23, Dakota Brown, also in midfield. Number 19 in midfield, Jill Flamia. Number 17 in left wing, Morgan Oliver. Number 26, Taylor Berry at striker. And number 22 at right wing, Olivia Woodson. And for your home Charlottesville Blues, in goal, number 0, Sophia DeSerb. At left back, number 3, Madeline Radke. At center back, number 25, Kayla McGee, joining her in that center back pair. Number 2, Dylan Copeland. At right back, number 5, Avi Delbs. In midfield, number 8, Charlotte Stavis, joined by number 23, Els Williams, and number 14, Sinclair Hart. In attack, at left wing, number 10, Barrett Callejo, and number 11, striker Sandra Martins, and number 9, to round it out on the right wing, Ellie Cook. All ready for kickoff here at Charlottesville High School Stadium. Ellie Cook at center field. And the whistle is blown, and the Blues in the white and blue, with the Travelers, Richmond Ivy, in their home green, despite being on the road. Here, Rosenbaum finding herself in a wide position once again. A cross is swung in. The header there by Barry, just wide, and DeSerb only an onlooker, but no trouble there. But some good service there by Rosenbaum, who's been involved very early. It's Barry there dropping in deep. Turns her shoulder, gets it over to Flamia, who plays in a ball behind to Oliver. She's one-on-one with McGee, shoots a long shot, but it's just far of the left post. And finding space in behind early here, Richmond Ivy, is DeSerb not having to save any shots so far, but some really good space there for the Ivy. Hart with the throw-in, miscommunication there with Cook, and it's Flamia able to win the ball back up high, and it's a goal there by Rosenbaum after the mistake off the throw-in, and it's an early 1-0 Richmond Ivy lead. Miscommunication bites Charlottesville in the back once again early on, and they're under it early by Rosenbaum, and she gets the ball back, potentially able to play in Woodson. The space closes up, and now it'll be Schrappek on the ball, but numbers in the box for the Ivy. Across is sent in, and it's off the crossbar by Barry. She puts a second shot into DeSerb, saves, and eventually cleared. Williams with the final push out there, but what an effort there by DeSerb on that second chance. Ball swung in, and a bit of a scrum in the box there, but the shot put overhead by Nelson at the far post. Had to just get a foot on it, and the ball was always rising with that awkward angle. Switch of play there as Doolittle gets on the ball, tries to work her way past 2 Blues midfielders, and now it's Deal in so much space with Cook running in behind. A ball played through. Cook on her right foot, tries to get the shot off, but it's blocked eventually. And 2 great recovery runs by that Ivy back line. Here is Schrappek over to Rosenbaum, tries to swing in a ball. McGee gets on the end of it. And a header there by Oliver. Didn't get too much power on that, and DeSerb had to dive to her right, but ultimately getting there in time after a rebound fell to Oliver in the box. That'll be a throw-in. But the referee blows his whistle after the ball goes out of play. And at the end of the first half, it's Richmond Ivy leading 1-0 on the road against your Charlottesville Blues here at Charlottesville High School Stadium. Welcome you back in for the second half of USLW action here at Charlottesville High School Stadium, with kickoff already underway between Charlottesville Blues and Richmond Ivy. Richmond Ivy, the visitors, leading 1-0. A battle all night long, and Woodson has won the majority of those, including that one there. Springs forward, Rosenbaum in a bit of space, can lay it off for Oliver. She cuts it on her right foot, but the shot is high once again, and the finishing has just not been there for either side tonight. Obviously, Ivy with the one goal, but there could definitely be more goals in this game. Moves on the ball, swings it out wide. Back to Rosenbaum at the top of the box. She shoots, but Thomas able to save it with her foot. And she's urging her team on to take this chance on in transition. Stavis with options, plays it to Kaya, who's pressured, and there goes that opportunity for the Blues. Ivy able to get into their own sequence of transition, and this is probably not a track meet that the Blues want to participate in, and Woodson delves off the ball, but Thomas jumping in front of that before Barry could get to it. Receives the ball back. She tries to play in a long ball overhead. It's Winterton in the box. Tries to head it on, but saved by Miller. She gets a second effort. Once again, cleared by a Ivy defender. And Winterton making her presence known just minutes after coming on, but not able to put that one in the back of the net. And Ivy tries to spring forward and attack here for Oliver. Oliver in some space, trying to take on her defender. Plays in Rosenbaum. A great recovery tackle there by Harfouche. And it'll go out for a throw-in for the Ivy. A great move by the Ivy attacking player there. In for Barry, and she skies it from the 6-yard box. Seemed like an easy tap in there, and that would have put the game away for the Ivy. But just gets the wrong type of finish on that one. And a misfire there. Schwartz able to now take her defender on one-on-one. Winterton receives the ball, plays it back for Schwartz. Great combination there. Can Schwartz get this ball into the box? Takes on her defender. Maybe one too many touches, but does swing a ball in. It goes wide over the heads of a couple players. And the Blues forced backwards here once again. And Hart there once again, but plays it backwards for Dwyer. And fantastic tackle there by Woodson. It's a 2-on-1 between Woodson and Barry, but what a standing tackle by Harfouche. And the Blues win the ball back, completely stopping that breakaway. Schwartz beating her defender, now getting double teamed. Once again, a great ball in required, a good recovery tackle. Who's it go off last? The Ivy player, and it'll be the first Blues corner of the night in the 86th minute, and this requires a fantastic service if the Blues want to equalize. 15 minutes from Ivy as they try to hold this lead, but misjudgments there by Dwyer, and it's Woodson on the ball once again. Another fantastic tackle by Harfouche. She's really shown some class since coming on in the second half. And it seems like we've gotten it all back up and running with our camera. We apologize for that inconvenience, but a ball in behind here for Richmond. A great touch there, but once again, a save forced by Thomas. Rosenbaum with the effort, and it's a goal line clearance by Harfouche. She's been everywhere tonight since subbing on. And the Blues fans loving this here in the final minutes, but they still find themselves down, and Ivy once again with another wave of pressure. So the Blues pinned in deep here in the final minute as we enter now stoppage time, which will be 3 minutes. And once again, Schwartz is sprung forward with Cook and Winterton as options. Winterton making that diagonal run. Schwartz playing it for Stavis. Will she switch it for Martins? No, a great turn there. Tries to play Cook in behind, but she's not on the same page, and cleared by the Ivy, but a header there for Martins, and Cook tries to take it on the one time. In for Winterton. She shoots, and it's in the back of the net. It's 1-1 here at Charlottesville High School. Makinna Winterton with the equalizing goal after a failed clearance by the Ivy. And what a way for the Blues to score their first goal of the season. It's all tied up here in Charlottesville with 2 minutes remaining of stoppage time. So Ivy now forced to continue pressing, not able to capitalize on a couple of grade A chances, and Makinna Winterton, the call up from the Pro 23 team in just their second appearance, this time as well coming off the bench, making the impact and scoring the equalizing goal, the first of the season for the Charlottesville Blues women's side. Sprayed out wide here for Rosenbaum. Can she get some service into the box? She cuts in on her left, beats her player. Well dealt with, and eventually Martin's there, of all players, getting back on the defensive side of the ball and clearing that one. Will the Blues get another opportunity to potentially even win this game? Or will this be one of the final kicks? And the referee signals the final whistle. And it's a fantastic effort and comeback from your Charlottesville Blues here against the Richmond Ivy. And 2 games between these two sides this season and 2 draws, 0-0 over in Richmond to begin the season for the Blues. And here tonight at Charlottesville High School Stadium, 1-1 after the equalizing goal from Makinna Winterton, who has made the difference here tonight and given a little bit of hopes for the Blues in this Chesapeake Division battle.
Without a doubt, the best Charlottesville Blues performance. That half was a great half of football from Charlottesville. The pressure, the intensity they showed, that is something they can build on through the rest of the season. Hopefully we can get that first win next week.
Absolutely. There's no better time to put in this type of performance than in a derby match like this. And 2 of the best performances of the season against Richmond Ivy. And the look to build off that as the Blues women's next match will be away on Thursday, June 12th at Virginia Atlantic, who is bottom of the division with 0 points entering tonight's action. So another very winnable game, or a game where the Blues will certainly be looking to take points away from before returning back home against Annapolis Blues for what will be the 3rd matchup between those sides on June 18th. So looking ahead to those matchups in the coming weeks, as the Blues will look to continue what is now a bit of a revival in form. And it all ends here 1-1 square between the Charlottesville Blues and Richmond Ivy at Charlottesville High School Stadium. Thank you for joining us here on Sports Engine Play. I'm Kamil Gut for Eli Bertoni. We'll see you next time.